Once upon a time, there was a hard-working family who lived in a beautiful house. One day, a fire broke out in their home and destroyed everything they owned. But despite losing everything, this family did not give up. Instead, they used their experience to help others, and they became an inspiration to their community. This is the story of the brave family and the fire that forged them. In the heart of a lively community stood a charming old two-story house. Laughter often echoed from its windows, and the aroma of Maria's home-baked bread mingled with the scent of fresh paint. A testament to David's craft as a carpenter. Here, amidst the warmth of family and the comfort of decades-old memories, lived the Rossi family, a family as strong and resilient as the house they called home. One devastating night, however, a small electrical fire that started in the garage grew into a raging inferno that consumed everything they owned. In a single evening, their house and all their possessions were reduced to a pile of ash and rubble. The Rossi family had lost everything: their home, their possessions, their sense of security. In the immediate aftermath, despair was a constant visitor. Maria, a stay-at-home mother, worried about how they would afford new school uniforms for their children, Leo and Sophia. Her husband David, whose workshop was in the destroyed garage, lost his business and all his tools. The insurance settlement offered some hope, but it wasn't enough to rebuild their lives from scratch. For months, they lived in a small, cramped apartment, the children sharing a tiny room. The stress strained every corner of their family life, and David, once a beacon of optimism, grew quiet and withdrawn. One day, Maria came home to find David sitting on the floor, staring blankly at a blank wall. Desperate to snap him out of his funk, she put her hand on his shoulder and said, "We can't change what happened, David. We can only choose how we move forward." He looked at her, his eyes filled with a pain that echoed her own. But for the first time in months, he saw a flicker of the determination that had always defined her. Together, they started to take small steps forward, focusing on what they still had, rather than what they had lost. Decided to turn their family's disaster into a new beginning. David, realizing he no longer had to compete with corporate giants, began using his skills to restore old, salvaged furniture that people were throwing away. Maria began a food blog, sharing her family recipes and the stories behind them. The children, Leo and Sophia, helped by finding discarded items for David to fix and decorating the apartment with Maria's culinary creations. As the family worked to rebuild their lives, word spread throughout their community about their struggles and their triumphs. People began to take notice of their hard work and passion. David's restored furniture sold quickly at local markets, and Maria's recipes gained a loyal online following. Then one afternoon, a developer who followed Maria's blog offered David a contract to design the woodwork for a new local restaurant. The job was the turning point they had been waiting for. With the new income, they were able to move into a larger apartment and slowly begin to rebuild their lives. Years passed, and the Rossi family had not only rebuilt their home, but also created a thriving business, Rossi Restorations. Their family story became an inspiration to those around them, proving that even in the face of tragedy, hope and resilience can guide a family towards a brighter future.